Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari dream is under pressure, and now he's dropping documents and holding secret meetings. Is Lewis Hamilton at his breaking point? Let's talk about it. Lewis Hamilton has pulled back the curtain on the documents he recently handed to Ferrari, not to dictate, but to inspire. The seven-time world champion made it clear. These weren't demands, just ideas aimed at shaping a brighter future for the Scuderia. With Ferrari's 2025 campaign still sputtering, both Hamilton and Charles Leclerc are hungry for a breakthrough, whether it comes now or in 2026. Speaking during the Belgian Grand Prix weekend, Hamilton shared that he's already held key talks with team insiders, from designers to department heads, all in a bid to kickstart a turnaround in the back half of 2025 and beyond. His message in Belgium was unmistakable. Change starts now. I've sent documents, I've done that through the year. After the first few races, I did a full document for the team. Then, during this break, I had another 2 documents that I sent in, and so they would come in and want to address those. Hamilton's document reveal has sparked a whirlwind of speculation among F1 fans and pundits alike. Many assumed the papers were packed with design demands or power plays to tilt the team in his favour over Charles Leclerc. But ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, Hamilton set the record straight. These weren't blueprints for favouritism, just thoughtful suggestions drawn from years of racing insight, aimed at helping Ferrari evolve into a stronger force. There were no orders in it, he said. It was just ideas of like, hey, if we did this, have we tried this? If we did this, perhaps we can ease up certain areas, or we can be better. It's just about having conversations, and Fred Vasseur and I said, and the team seems being really responsive. When asked how he ensures every member of the team is pulling their weight, Hamilton responded with, "Well, that I could tell you one day, when I know exactly. As I said before, it's just trying to understand the environment that you're in. You have to adapt, and I think the people you work with ultimately will learn to adapt, to cater to you." Which I think this year, as I said, the response has been amazing to the steps that we've taken in all areas. And the passion and the desire to continue to do better is what's the most amazing thing, I think, in this team. Everyone just wants to do better and know and find ways of being better. That's why I know this team has absolutely every ingredient needed to succeed, and I truly believe in that. That's why I signed here. Lewis Hamilton's first season in red has been anything but smooth. After 13 races, the 7-time world champion is still chasing his first podium with Ferrari, and the frustration is starting to show. Reflecting on a campaign he describes as a real battle, the 40-year-old admitted there may be some tears over the summer break. With Ferrari's title drought stretching all the way back to 2008, Hamilton has been pushing hard behind the scenes, urging the team to make deep structural changes. Speaking ahead of the final race before the break in Hungary, he opened up about the emotional toll of a season that's tested him more than most. The last God knows how many seasons have been hard in their own way. This one has definitely been the most intense one, I would say, just from a work perspective. Integrating into a new culture and into a new team. It's not gone smoothly in all areas, and it's been a real battle. I definitely need to get away and recharge, be around the kids, laugh, let go. I'm sure there'll be some tears at some point, and I think that's really healthy. Hamilton's standout moment in red so far came early, grabbing sprint pole and victory at just the second round of the season. But since then, the highlights have been few and far between. He currently trails teammate Charles Leclerc by 30 points in the drivers' standings, with the Monegasque already racking up 5 podium finishes. Still, Hamilton isn't backing down. Despite the setbacks, he's doubling down on his commitment to making his Ferrari chapter a winning one. He went on to say, "But I'm always excited to race. I love what I do. I love being in red. I love working with this team. I have such belief in this team. It's really hard to explain. I already had it a lot when I was in my previous team. Over time, you really build that camaraderie, and I see the passion in this team, and I love it. All I want to do is contribute the best that I can. Of course, I need to do that mostly on track, and I'm not always hitting that, but also in the background. I see there's things that we can always improve, and there's things that I can improve on. I'm just really excited for this break. I think for everybody, particularly the guys at the factory, they'll definitely enjoy this time with their family and then will come back extra energized for the second half. Hamilton confessed that his current podium drought, now at 15 races and counting, the longest of his career, has been weighing heavily on his mind. When asked if it bothers him, he quipped no with a grin, but quickly shifted to a more serious tone, revealing just how much the streak is affecting him. "Of course it does," he said. "I think about it every day. Many see this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix as Hamilton's best shot yet to break his podium drought. Ferrari's SF25 could shine on a track that's been a personal fortress for the Brit. He's won there 8 times, and it's where he last secured pole in 2023. But, despite the optimism, Hamilton is keeping expectations in check. Recent disappointments at familiar strongholds like Montreal and Silverstone have left him cautious. Speaking to Sky Sports F1, he said, "We've gone to other tracks where it's been the same, like Montreal, and it's not gone well. I'm not really in that frame of mind." Hamilton's hopes at Spa last weekend were dashed early, with exits in Q1 for both sprint and full qualifying. Still, he clawed his way back in classic fashion, charging from 18th on the grid to a respectable 7th place finish. Reflecting on the weekend, he added, "Of course I would like to get a good result. I think ultimately trying to get through qualifying in a better manner. I learnt a lot through the race, as difficult as the weekend was. I was on the sim yesterday, Wednesday, and I generally would like to think we're going to have a better starting point this weekend. Hopefully there are no new items that should be catching us out. So fingers crossed, it should be a better weekend." Lewis Hamilton has never held back when it comes to speaking his truth, a trait that's earned him both admiration and criticism. But now, one former F1 driver appears to have reached his limit. Ralf Schumacher, ex-racer for Jordan, Williams and Toyota, took aim at Hamilton on the Backstage Pit Lane podcast, accusing the 7-time champion of making inappropriate comments that only fuel the fire when things go wrong. Pointing to Hamilton's struggles at Spa, Schumacher suggested the Brit's difficulty adapting to car changes is being exposed, and his words aren't doing him any favours. Schumacher stated, "Lewis just finds it harder to cope with changes. He's simply more sensitive in that regard. Perhaps this new rear axle at Ferrari also unintentionally suits Leclerc's driving style better. We'll have to wait and see in the next few races. It's a bit of a tragedy, and Hamilton sometimes makes inappropriate comments. Then to deliver a weekend like the one at Spa is, of course, unfortunate, but I would give him a little more time. Hamilton's Ferrari journey is far from over, and the drama is just heating up. What comes next could define his legacy. Don't miss what's ahead. Subscribe and stay locked in."